Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Case of the Golden Idol. This... I found out about this a couple days ago. I don't know. It's a few years old, I think. Or is that right? How would I find that out? I'm basically playing... Okay, it's like 1 year old. I'm playing this in the hope that it's basically going to recapture that Outer Wilds experience. It's some kind of, mystery game where you, I don't know, explore and find out, try to put together the pieces of some stuff that happened. So, I don't know. This is just the demo, which is why it says wishlist us. If I like it, I'll buy the real game. I like to build my own demos. I just buy the game, and if I don't like it within 2 hours, I give it back. But, when a game goes to the effort of providing a real demo, I'd rather do it on their terms than just say, screw you, I'm using Steam's refund policy. Now this says it's the Cursed Legacy demo, which is kind of funny because it says up here the Case of the Golden Idol. And even funnier, in Windows, how do I see this? Yeah, the taskbar says that this is called Complications in the Family demo. So clearly it went through a lot of name changes. Recommended experience, yes. I'm an idiot. Give me highlights. Prologue, an abrupt termination of contract. Okay, I don't know how to interact with things right now. Exploring thinking. Okay, so this is where my notes are, I guess? Wow, it really doesn't tell you anything about how to play. Okay. So-and-so pushed so-and-so from a cliff in the something of something on Monkey Paw Island. Got it. So I'm supposed to fill in the notes of, I'm supposed to find out who's killing whom. Okay. And I guess, is that the button to... I mean, I can see some stuff flickering. I see. And this is the toggle for whether I want that? Yes. Okay. It doesn't flicker super brightly, but I guess I'm not going to miss it that much. So, well, who are you? I knew what you were plotting, you snake, this person says. And they have a pipe, a letter, and a knife? January 5th, 1742. Both parties agree to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Goodness gracious. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Now, what is this Doctor and Esquire thing? Oh, wait. This is I just am collecting all of these just to, I now have them available to put into my thinking notes. If I said this guy was Albert Cloudsley, which I don't remember if that was even a name. Okay. Fine. Albert Cloudsley, yeah. So, are these the two people mentioned here? Probably, since this seems like a tutorial sort of area. It just says this is a pipe. Okay. And a dagger. He's upside down. Ah! Okay, very good. You have a scalpel. Oh, are you the doctor? Okay. So this actually is something that I didn't quite understand about this note. Oh, I see. You're supposed to read this vertically. Dr. Oberon Geller and Albert Cloudsley Esquire, basically, right? So the guy who's the doctor is Oberon Geller, and this is the guy with a scalpel. So that's sort of what I think is happening. Albert Cloudsley... I've already forgotten. Albert Cloudsley is the non-doctor. Oberon Geller is the doctor, right? Did I get this right finally? Albert Cloudsley, Oberon Geller. Yes, okay. And so, by the way, which of them Oberon Geller, the doctor, has the map. Okay, but he's maybe a doctor in sort of the oldie-timey sense, or, you know, even today's modern PhD sense of, he could just be like any wealthy, smart guy, right? He doesn't have to be an MD. So maybe the scalpel is not 100% proof, but if you see a scalpel, it's like, and one person's a doctor? Yeah, and look, the guy's got medicine. Okay, great. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Okay, give me all these words. Great, I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. So what do you mean this has been added to the thinking panel? There are empty slots. Oh, I see. And then I have to identify who's whom, which of these is... The upside down guy is Oberon Geller. The right side up guy is Albert Cloudsley. When a scroll is completely filled in, words can be dragged directly to slots. What the fuck? What does this mean? I dragged words directly to slots already. Oh, but the scroll isn't filled in. The identities are correct. Huh. Okay, whatever. Camp in blank of blank. I see. So this is the same as this, I guess? The identities are filled in. Camp in the Bay of Shadows, or the Ruins, or the Horn, or the Horn. Okay, so we have to figure out where they are from this note, I guess. Or maybe this backpack over here? Oh, you have the same contract. That makes sense. You guys both have a copy of the contract. Very responsible. So I guess what's telling me where they are is going to be this. Ah, there's so much stuff. Also, it doesn't look like it's going to be the Ruins of Necropolis, just if I had to guess. There is an X. I get. That's like where they were going, though, right? You don't write an X on the map to say this is where you are right now, because that's going to change. Okay, so what's going on here? A tobacco pouch and a pipe cleaner. Okay, so now we know this is Albert's bag, because he's the one with the pipe. 2 bags filled with coins and gems. And over here, medical insurance, yes. In case it wasn't clear whose bag it is, this is the doctor's bag. He's got the golden idol, just like he's supposed to. And a bag filled with coins and gems. Sure. You've got 2/3, you've got 1/3, and you've got all the idols. This makes sense. So, am I then supposed to say, yeah, of course, they're in Ruins of Necropolis. That's where the X is? That doesn't really make sense to me. No, I somehow didn't collect that word earlier. Well, okay. If you say so. Oh, Xenopolis, not Necropolis. What am I thinking? Like, I guess. It's weird, like, how are we to conclude? Like, that's where they wanted to go. I get that. Actually, wait a minute. There's 2 islands over here. And if we look at the map, the place where there are 2 islands is the Horn of Thumb, actually. So, like, they wanted to go to the Ruins of Xenopolis, but I think right now they're here on the Horn of Thumb. Maybe? Yeah, that's what I think is happening here. This is Horn of Thumb. Yeah, okay, that's nice. I'm sort of pleased with how... Yeah. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner Albert Cloudsley Esquire suddenly pushed him off the cliff. So, I sort of thought that there was going to be something, you know, some explorable, clickable item that would tell me where they were. And the map was the only item that I found that, it seems, could possibly match that description, right? And there was an X on the map, and I was like, okay, but it doesn't really look like that's where they are. And it took me a while to realize that, yeah, of course, things in the environment that you can't click on are still information, right? The fact that they're on the coast is what led me to say, no, it really can't be that X. That doesn't make sense. And then later, I said, wait a minute, there's 2 islands, and that was what finally figured it out. Okay, so we were given the option of going back. Now, I declined so I could keep looking around, which means I'm going to have to... Oh, you can, like, sort stuff. Oh, how to play. Oh, that's cool. I wish something had pointed me here earlier. Okay, so observe the environment, gather clues... Put the clues in the right place, fill things out. Okay, I guess never mind. I know how to do that. I figured that out myself. Okay, so I'm guessing these are like the 3 chapters available in the demo. Complications in the family. Okay. Oh, and I'm told this is from the Steam reviews, this is a fairly short game, like 4 to 6 hours. And that might or might not include the DLCs? I don't know. Anyway, chapter 1, Complications in the Family. Also, wait, what was the previous one? The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. This is the past gentleman, I guess. This man... a dog just ran by. There's a dog outside. Okay, keep that in mind. The man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. Yep, I agree. And he has a ring with a ruby. That's a horse. Okay. I thought also it could have been a horse, but I didn't see it clearly enough while I was looking at this. Something going on here? No. That horse runs... It's doing laps very fast. Also, I noticed there's a clickable explorer, so tell me about the horse, I guess? A horse is running. No kidding. All right. Lead poisoning. There's just a book on lead poisoning? Okay, fine. To let me collect that word. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. A tire? Why did These blue words go here? Why? Lord of so-and-so. So that's like a place. And this is... While he was... I don't know. This is... Oh! I don't know. While he was asleep? I don't know. We'll see. There's a ladder. Someone was using to read about lead poisoning, I guess. Okay. Woodshire, Crow Tower, and Blackfield. So these are the places that are going to go here, maybe? Yeah, they look like the right color for that. August. Do people really just highlight the current week on their calendar? No. They don't have the erasers to unhighlight the previous week, so that can't be what they're doing. It's just like that map last time, right? You don't write an X to say this is where I am right now. You don't highlight the week to say this is today. Oh, but wait a minute. Is this... This actually could be... This isn't ink. This is like a little wireframe thingy with knobs on the ends that can be moved, and there's a slider here to highlight the day. So it might actually be some old-timey way to say, like, this is today. Huh. I've never seen a calendar like that. I don't know if they are still made today. I don't know. Like, I think you see in fiction sometimes calendars where people have, like, crossed off days that are in the past, and, like, the most recent non-crossed off day is today. It doesn't really seem necessary when you have a billion digital devices around you that can tell you what day it is. But, you know, I guess if you needed to look at the wall to be reminded what day it is, this would be a cool way to do it. Okay, so maybe it actually is August 23rd. Spontaneous combustion. Goodness. Sebastian Cloudsley. Oh, related to, Albert, right? will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. Oh, he looked up lead. He invented lead poisoning. No, invented spontaneous combustion, I assume. August 22nd. This is yesterday. Woke up a beautiful day. At noon, I guess. Washed and dressed in your dining attire. Had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. Changed to your hunting attire. Rode. Okay, so this is the color for places. This is attire. Rode to hunt badgers. Had no luck today and returned home. Changed to my researching attire. Changed to my dining attire. Who puts all this shit in your diary? Oh yeah, I dressed up in my researching clothes, and then an hour later, I don't know. Had a tasty beef loin for supper. Filled in my diary and went to bed to continue reading for my research. Okay. So, I mean, that sure looks like dining attire. I would say, with certainty, this person is currently dining. And if he went to... Actually, wait. Remind me... He said he... This is his diary. Yeah. He went to bed to continue doing research, but didn't change to a researching attire at the time. So I don't quite get this, but... Okay, so I'm not sure what clothes he's wearing while he's asleep. You would think researching, but, like, hunting? Who was ever... I mean, this shouldn't be hunting clothes. And they're not his dining clothes, even though he didn't write down that he changed out of them. So let's say that these are researching clothes. There's material to be discovered. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. This clue, it's just a picture of... Oh. Well, that looks like researching clothes. Maybe. So are these actually his hunting clothes? Did he sleep in his hunting clothes? Huh. Okay. He didn't say... Okay, so maybe this was... Oh, of course, right. Yesterday, he went to bed in his, I guess, researching clothes. And he didn't write in his diary today, because he doesn't do that till bedtime. And then, you know, some stuff happened that caused him to be wearing his hunting clothes in bed, but we don't know what. There's a yacht in the river. And an idol. This is like the thing that Albert Cloudsley brought back after killing Oberon Geller? Passed away in his bed. Huh. I mean, I guess the cause of death was a head wound? Which occurred when he fell from a ladder. But, no, this doesn't seem right. Hang on. Because, okay, he's in bed now, but that doesn't mean he died there. He was moved posthumously. He's wearing his hunting clothes. So I guess what happened is he fell from a horse, not a ladder. And he was wearing his hunting attire. Lord of... Okay, so now we have to go back and review this map and this... No, there's one thing that had different kinds of attire, right? What, wasn't there something somewhere that told me about the... Oh, it was the... Well, I guess it was this note. I thought this was like... When I first saw these two pictures, or this picture, I was like, oh, this is the attire of people who live in such and such a place. This is the, you know, New York attire, and this is the Kentucky attire, or whatever. But no, this is his dining clothes. So I thought that the attire was going to give me a hint about this. But it doesn't seem to. There's a yacht in the river. The only place you could see a river from is Blackfield. So, where's Blackfield? He must be Lord of Blackfield. Now, remind me what his name is again? This book should say? Henry Clover. Well, no. He was reading about lead poisoning. But there's a diary in his room that says, I, Sebastian Cloudsley. So probably the person's name is Sebastian Cloudsley, if I had to guess. Why don't I have Sebastian? Did I never click that? There. The scroll has been fulfilled. While the Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off, and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. Sure. Well, we haven't yet figured out whether there's some overarching narrative connecting these. Like, these are two Cloudsleys, and this guy has a golden idol from you. I can't tell yet whether we're putting together some overarching narrative or just a bunch of disconnected events. I get the impression there might be there might be multiple things going on. I don't really know. From this, what I vaguely recall from the Steam reviews is what I'm thinking. All right, well, let's move on to The Murder at the Little Mermaid. Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance. The Murder at the Little Mermaid. Okay. There's like a trapdoor. Oh, I can go downstairs. All right, let's leave that for later. A trapdoor in the ceiling in this room, and also this room. So even if the doors were locked, you could get through. Okay. What the hell? There's a spook out there. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? Okay, sure. An old rusty half of shears? Oh, so it's like one shear. Okay. A piece of stale bread. Honestly looks kind of moldy to me, but might just be a different color. You can lie low for a couple of days in the old oarsman's place down at the docks. Okay. A lot of information to keep straight here. An empty bed, not warm. So nobody was in here recently. And I guess, so... Oh, by the way, what the hell is this? Ding dong, ding dong. Ah! A spooky scientist, Sebastian Cloudsley. He was 53. Okay, and this guy's smug about it? I don't know what this means, but okay. Anyway, so in this one, we were clearly exploring a moment in the past, right? Somehow, we weren't like crime scene investigators. We were psychics. Experiencing a snapshot of the past. In this one, it wasn't really clear. We might have actually just been, checking out the corpse. But we also could have been... Actually, there's no yacht out there. What's that all about? We also could have been, like, back there, like, the day he died or something. The day after he... No, the day he died, I guess. In this one, I think it's sort of clear again that we're experiencing a moment of time very shortly after the death occurred. Because, like, there's no cops down here. Everyone's partying. No one's even cleaned up the big old messy pile of blood and bones and stuff, right? So, I think that this is when the murder has just happened, which is relevant because this says, oh, the bed isn't warm. That tells me that very shortly after the murder, there hadn't recently been anyone in this bed. Not sure why that's relevant, but we'll get there. This is just a picture of a flower, maybe? Hard to say for sure. The door does not open. Neither door opens. But this one has a key sticking out of it. And this one doesn't. So I wonder... This is something I had not been aware of until actually very recently. Is a different kind of style of lock? Which I think I remember reading about in a Reddit comment from someone in Europe or something. Where like... Or maybe it was New York or I don't know, somewhere far away from me. Where like the locks that I grew up with, that like, okay. I'm talking about the deadbolt like at the front of your house or apartment, right? At your front door. On the outside, there's a keyhole. You put the key in, you turn it, the bolt goes, and you can open the door. On the inside, there's no keyhole. There's a little, like, not a lever, a dial you can turn. And that opens or shuts the bolt. Fine. But what I learned, like, literally a week ago is that there's another kind of lock that is popular in some places where there's a keyhole on both sides. And you can't put a keyhole into a key into one side if there's already a key in the other. And so, like, you can use this, I guess, kind of, I guess, like those chain things they have on apartments in cities, where, like, well, maybe not quite. But the point is, you could, like, leave your key in the lock inside your house to prevent someone from using the lock outside. And someone claimed that, you know, having done this was a reason that someone who wanted to break into their house couldn't. Because they had the key and they weren't supposed to, but, like, the door was super duper locked. And so, all this to say, maybe that's what I'm supposed to conclude from this key being here? Is that someone's making sure that even the hotel, the tavern keep can't even get in with his key because this key is jammed in here? And so then that would force us to conclude someone must have come up this way because they can't have come in through here? Or maybe the murderer just did this so it wouldn't be discovered. I don't know. Or maybe it means something completely different. Alright, so you have also... Okay, so that's definitely a picture of a flower. This one is like a picture of a flower that looks very sad. Like some of the... I don't know. Maybe it's just a weird coloring thing, but to me, I can't really see the big, bright, you know, flowery parts, and the leaves are smaller, and maybe there's a little dribble of blood at the bottom or something? I don't know. Revenge. RR. Maybe. So here's the dead person, stabbed in the stomach, it looks like. He's a wizard, apparently, or probably just has a cane. Oh, this is the same ring with a ruby that the Cloudsleys have, right? The man is not breathing. There's a walking cane, yeah. The man is not breathing? That's all you have to say about this? He's also, like, stabbed, but okay. To my dear Maurice, the watch is ticking. Why are you telling me that? I guess the point of that maybe is that it must be the actual current time. Like, if the watch were stopped and I looked at this, I wouldn't know what time it is. The clock is ticking means whoever wound it regularly made sure it was actually at the right time. So this is what time it is right now, shortly after the murder. It's kind of weird to read a clock that's sideways, but it's like almost 2:30? No, wait, what? Is this clock sideways? No. What is happening? 11? Oh, I guess I must say XII. I thought it said VII, but I guess, like, you... Okay. So it's about 2:25. And I assume this person's name is Maurice. Ah, okay. So you, I think, are Maurice. And honestly, I'm pretty sure I know your last name too. You're the guy, you're the Cloudsley, right? So-and-so crept into so-and-so's room through the trapdoor, while several people were playing cards downstairs. Someone got stabbed. Yeah, that was Maurice again. With maybe a shear. I mean, I assume so. You can lie low. I don't think he was stabbed with a loaf of bread. This person, are you the one? Yeah, okay. You're the other person. Or there's like 9 people, but okay, you're one other person. And I think, you know, you were carrying a shear. So that must have been what stabbed him. You cleaned off the blood, which is why it's not bloody in this picture. Is it? I think that is just the sparkle of clickable items. It's not like blood. Okay, so you crept in over here and killed this guy. Oh, right, yeah, Maurice. It's a music box? Huh. Okay. A washing bowl with slightly bloody water. Maybe rinse the shears off? Dear Proudbeast Master. Oh my god, some sort of cult? I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10th. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to my bed, for this has been a long day. May Griffin awaken, Proudbeast Initiate. Okay. Fascinating. None of these words are useful, but this guy's like a cult baby. And you accepted a keepsake. Could be the music box? I mean, what else? It could be the ring, right? But probably not. What the heck? Alarm, alarm, a break-in. Ah, the window's smashed. Wait a minute, why is the window smashed? This guy had the key to get in here, and this guy came through the... Oh, maybe he didn't come through the window, the trapdoor. He smashed his way in through the window and left through the trapdoor? But why? If this was his room, maybe. Well, no, this is someone else's room, I think. They left their clothes here and stuff. This is someone who's downstairs, like, wearing their indoor shoes and no coat or something, right? This person broke in through this window, left through the trapdoor, and then left through this window, maybe. Oops. So I don't actually... I think he got in through the window. There's been a break-in. This is Watchman Henry Parker, and he's got some kind of noisemaker as well as a lantern, an alarm rattle, and a spear. Okay. Something on the ground? Shards of glass. Yeah. It seems very clear the window was broken into. The room was broken into through the window. At some point during the night. The trapdoor could be involved, but doesn't seem like it was the method of entry. The door to the street is latched, so they're closed for the night. Also, man, they knew how to party in oldie-timies, right? It's like 2:30 in the morning, and they're just, like, jamming. They're playing cards, there's a musician. Bartender's still up, in case anyone wants to order drinks, which they definitely do. There's the Little Mermaid. At Little Mermaid Inn, Amazing Evans musical performance. Okay. Event shall commence around 11 p.m. Okay, well, so your name is Evan. Oh, mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. Uh-oh, he lost something in a bet. A violin, a key, and a Navaja folding blade. So this guy is Evan, or Evans. Last name, I guess? And I think this might be his room. He's the one with the key to this room, probably. Right? His bed is empty because he's been downstairs jamming for 3.5 hours. But he can unlock the door when he wants. Amazing Evanses. Wanted, Robert Bedrith? Escaped convict? Well, it's probably not this guy. It looks a little bit like him, maybe? Not really, though. It's just a dude. Tell me, what does that man have that I lack? Huh. Where did that blasted boy go? I really needed a piss. Okay. So... there's nothing up here telling me the rest of Evans' name. Is this the escaped convict? It could be. Right? Yeah, he's got that same kind of facial, like... you can't see his whole face upstairs. But he's got the same kind of, like, facial hair and that slightly deranged eye. Yeah, that's him. He's Robert Bedrith. Bedrith? Something like that? Okay. Oh, there's so much going on. Green... what is this? Just eraser marks or something? Are these... oh, I thought these were names of weird drinks I didn't know. But no. These are... this is a tab, not a menu. So this is... I also thought GL was gallon, but it's a glass. Okay. Nobody drinks 4 gallons of wine in one night. If it was a menu, you could imagine it being like, this is the bulk section. You could buy 4 gallons of wine. But no, it's a tab. Okay, so these people's last names are Green, Brage, and Blair, I guess? Oh. September 9th. Hang on. So, but it's September 10th today, isn't it? No, tomorrow's the 10th. So this is the people staying in the rooms. Huh. Okay. But... oh no, and there's the flowers. I'm supposed to know which is which? I mean, this one looks... is that a dandelion? Kind of, right? I think it is. I can't tell what this is the problem. I think this is the dandelion room. Which would mean the person in there is Willard Wright, not Maurice something. So why does he have Maurice's watch? It could be the keepsake that Maurice gave away in his will. But I don't really believe it. Okay, let's look around some more downstairs. Still a lot to piece together. Oh. Maybe it's this guy's watch. He gambled and lost. Something so dear to him, this watch. Maybe his name is Maurice Evans. Because he's... like... we have how many people's names to figure out, right? Like... 8. And these are the 2 people upstairs, first and last. This tab has last names for 3 people. That's already 5. We have Evans's last name is 6. We have this guy's first and last name is 7. There's not many people left for us to get just a last name from. I think this guy's name is Maurice Evans. And he lost his watch to the guy upstairs, whose name isn't Maurice at all. It's, Willard Wright. And... what's the name of the other guy? Ash Blair. Well, we don't know. We don't have a face to put to that name yet. Okay, so you. What does that man have that I lack? You have a hand of cards, 7 pence, a key, perhaps to the room upstairs, and a small sword. I mean, you also have a key. Oh, do you know, I wonder if the reason this key is in the door is to let me recognize what a hotel key looks like versus somebody's house key. So, I mean, that has a big circle on the end, but like, so do most keys, right? They look basically the same. Be calm, John. Okay, so this guy's name is John. They're having a conversation. Is that you? I guess so. What does that man have that I lack? He was a perfect gentleman. He bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. Okay, we don't know which of those people it could be. Could be this guy or the guy who lives here or is staying here. But... okay. You have a key. Oh no. I'm gonna have to know how much a fucking pence is? Like, I don't know. I wonder if I'm gonna have to use the amounts they've been drinking to figure out what all their last names are. Okay. They each have a glass of wine in front of them, I guess. Oh no. Okay, scores. This is their score sheet. And we get their initials from their score sheet. Wait. How many people were playing cards? AG has apparently been here all night. Huh. JB has had a rough night. That's you. Right, we already tagged him as John. Now we know it's a B. But we have 2 of them. So the G's. Who's the guy? Whose last name is G on this? Just A. So... whoever we can find that's been playing cards with a last name of G must be Ash, right? Or do I have any other A first names? I haven't seen any yet. Just steal the next one. It's all luck anyway. They all have basically the same key. I guess each person, like, in some sense, has to have enough money to pay their tab, or they're gonna get shanked by the barkeep, basically. So if there's someone with very little money, I don't know, like... You certainly can lose money gambling. It certainly is true, and you can lose more money than you can afford to lose. So I don't think if someone were broke, I could rule out them owing money to the barkeep, for example. Remember, you as an agent of our trading company have to reflect its values to the fullest. Never be late. The client leaves the port on the 10th. Be persuasive. Do not take no for an answer. We must get the client's product. Be effective. Once you have the product, deliver it to immediately with the servant boy. Most importantly, no matter what you do, be mindful of the reputation. Our names must remain spotless. So this guy works for a trading company, and he sent the servant boy to that trading company. And that's why this guy can't go take a piss, I guess. There's a dagger. Huh. You have a note that I haven't read yet. To Annie. You are beautiful like a rose. For you I will take any blows. Annie, you are like a glass of wine. Your hair is very fine. I will find gold in a mine if that makes you forever mine. Your piglet full of love. Okay. She has a stiletto and there's a key. She has 2 shillings. So, like, I don't know what to do about this. But Annie. Annie is her first name. She's the only person with an A name we've found. Right? So I think she has to be Annie Green. Oh, there's Ash as well, I see. Oh dear, this is so hard. The first scenario was pretty simple. The second scenario got a little bit trickier. And with the third scenario, they're really asking a lot of me already, I feel like. I imagine this is the end of the demo and the full game just gets harder and harder. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I'm having a good time, though. Okay. So I've located all the people. I haven't missed somebody. Fine. So we know, at least, that you... Where are you? Are Annie. And have there been multiple A-name people or just one? There's just AG... No, there's AG and AB. So, I mean, if I had to guess, this is like round 1, or like group of people 1. This is like the first thing that happened. Okay, there's no overleaf. This is the second thing, and this is like what's... the third thing, what's happening now, right? So... I think that means... Yeah. Right now, there are 2 people with an A name playing, right? AG and AB, playing with John. So this person must be Ash. I have to find out the Watchman's name? Is this a sick joke? I mean, I guess it's printed right there, isn't it? It's on his thing. Watchman Henry Parker. I just didn't pay attention to that because I didn't think he was going to matter, but fine. Your name is Henry Parker. Oh, scores. You have to say who these people are too, huh? Okay. Well, so if this is Annie, this... I think she's the AG who's been here all night. Because she and John had a prior experience with a different person, who then went upstairs to bed. So this AG must be Annie. I think she's Annie Green. That's the only G last name we have. And so this Ash person must be AB, and he just got here. He must be Breed, right? Or Blair. But that's more of a first name, right? Do I have any B first names? I don't. Okay. Well, we'll see. Haven't learned much about the barkeep, have we? John B. And OB and AB? I have 3 B names? Breach, Blair, and another one, apparently. So, but OB must be the other guy who lives upstairs, I think. It could actually be the bartender? Like, he's got one guest room? No, because... No, what am I talking about? He lives somewhere else. He has a note in his reservation book for who lives upstairs, or who's staying upstairs. Willard Wright and Ash Blair. So this guy is staying upstairs. Does it make sense? I mean, it seems like there's a coat. Like, he's wearing a coat. What is this, like his second coat? I guess it's possible. So what am I missing? Oh, I haven't read this guy's possessions. Okay. He has a knife, a lemon, a bunch of keys, and finally the last couple names we need. I think these are his. Dear Oscar Boynton, it has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer products that are less agreeable to the authorities. Okay, he deals in contraband. I will come by in 3 days. It's September 8th when this was sent. If you still have some space in your gin barrels and you are willing to earn some extra money, reach out to me. Okay. So this guy's name is Oscar Boynton. And we can fill those in over here as well, but I'll just wait until this is all filled in. And I only have 2 names left, JB and AB. I think this is what the tab is for. Blair just got here. This is his first glass of wine. Green has been here all night. Oh, sorry. Breach. Well, Green has been here all night. That's her, Annie, right? But John is the one who's had more to drink. John Breach, I think. And then this is Ash Blair. Correct. Okay, great. So, sort those again. So I figured out all the people, and now I can fill this in. This is Will. I'm a little bit confused, actually, about the little discussion between these two. What does that man have that I don't? Oh, he was polite. He bought a drink and then went upstairs. And, you know, that's fine. She was, you know, hanging out with someone else. But John was there to witness it. And the only person who's retired upstairs was Willard Wright. So, or maybe this, M.E.? Who lives? Who's staying there? M.E.? No. So I guess John was just, like, standing by, waiting to cut in or something during round 1. Yeah, because this person was Maurice Evans. He definitely did not retire upstairs. He played a few rounds before his concert. And that's Annie Green again. And still Annie Green. Man, she's a hustler. Look at this. She's killing these fools. It's John Breach. The barkeep played several rounds and did okay. John is still playing. And Ash is losing money. Yeah. Okay, and we think we know what happens. Willard Wright is the person who was killed. Who's the other guy staying upstairs? I keep forgetting. Ash Blair. I mean, he's down here. So this Robert is the murderer, Robert Redruth. People downstairs were playing cards with loud music. So this means... well, it means that it's not one of the rounds that... that narrows it down to this. I see. So, it can't be it can't be this round because the musician was playing, right? Sorry. The musician was playing cards during this round, which means there wasn't loud music going on. I mean, I guess it might just be that it's supposed to be the 3 people who are currently playing, right? I guess. John and Annie and Ash, right? No. But why not? Why isn't it while this is happening? I guess it's in the past? But... I guess at this moment, the Watchman is like currently sounding the alarm. So the murder happened a little bit ago? Here? So it's not Ash, it's the barkeep? I'm not totally sure how I was supposed to know this. I also could be wrong. I am wrong. Huh. Oh, I guess I could have the flowers confused, right? I did mention that I don't know what those flowers are. And how did I conclude that Willard Wright is the one in that room? Oh, there's a few ways, actually. No, I think that is the right room. Because Maurice Evans lost his watch while gambling. And Willard Wright now owns the watch. Well, the person upstairs owns the watch, and the only person who isn't currently downstairs that Maurice Evans played against was Willard Wright. So Willard Wright won the watch, there's a tongue twister for you, from Maurice Evans. Then he went upstairs. Also, he's kind of cracked. Look at this. Better than Annie, maybe. But I'm pretty sure it's Robert Redruth, the confirmed murderer psycho, like, by the wanted poster, and also the fact that, like, that's him. Well... is it possible, actually? Maybe he crept into this room? Because this window doesn't really look crept into, does it? But, like... did he crawl in through this room, go up here, kill the guy, and then escape out this window after smashing this one? It doesn't make sense. Revenge, RR. I mean, yeah, so that's even more evidence. Definitely was Robert Redruth. We got that right. So... he doesn't have, like, his own knife lying around that could have been used against him, no? don't think so. But I definitely have something wrong besides just who's playing cards. Because I tried this round and this round, I think. Yeah. If I put this back to being Ash Blair, which is what I had in the first attempt, it still says that's wrong. If I take that out, like, oh right, Williard, right? Yeah, it says this is incorrect. Huh. He crept in through the window. These guys were playing cards with loud music. I mean, and it can't have been the first round. Even if I believed that, like, oh, he crept into Willard's room while Willard wasn't there, and then Willard came upstairs and was stabbed. Because this happened while loud music was occurring. Maurice was not playing that round. Is it possible he didn't use a shear? I don't think so. Like, that's what he's carrying away with him. Half a shear. It was washed off in this bottle. That's why it's not messy while he in his inventory. I think he got in through the window. And I guess he escaped through the trapdoor? It's a little bit weird. Well, the trapdoor to the other room and then the window. Or maybe he just jumped out that same window and then ran in a direction, like, you know, around the other side of the tavern, basically. Huh. I don't know what to try differently. This is all correct. Am I supposed to write it in the order it's written here? Is that my problem? Oh, don't tell me it's that. I'm still not really sure which of these two it is. But I think it's kind of more likely to be this one for some reason. Okay, let's write Annie Green and John Brieg. Breege? I don't know. And the bartender. No, also wrong. Well, I mean, we can say he's crept into someone else's room if we want. Does that that door open? No, neither door opens. Like, I could guess he broke into Ash's room instead. But I don't really believe it, right? Yeah. Pretty sure you broke into Willard's room. Get stabbed with something else? It's hard to imagine. He got stabbed with Robert's weapon. Clearly. The shear. There's nothing else that it can be. I mean, there's no way he broke in through the trap door, right? Did I try this already? Or the door. Yeah. It's the window. I don't know. I'm kind of stumped here. What was this? It says I found all 26 words, so I'm not missing something. I can't solve a scenario. Mm-hmm. No hints. Yeah, fair enough. Fill in the... Yeah, I did that. Recheck if you have input everything as you wanted to. I think so. Recheck the assumptions you feel sure are correct. Play a different scenario. I mean, I'm sure these assumptions are correct. They're marked green. Robert Redruth. I mean... he might not be the murderer, I guess. Right? I'm not sure who else could be. But just because he is a wanted criminal, walking away from the scene of the crime with a note saying, "Please lie low," I guess... you know, he's an escaped convict. He might be lying low just from running away. Not from murdering someone. That's fair enough. But... what is Ash Blair up to? Why might he have done this? Maybe. I mean, he delivered... maybe this person is the client who has a product of some sort. And... the client leaves the port on the 10th. Tomorrow's the 10th. We don't really know. Huh. But I just don't believe that Ash Blair broke a window, snuck, you know, went into the guy's room, stabbed him, cleaned off his weapon, went through the hall to his own room, cleaned up, and came downstairs to play cards. It just does not seem like a legitimate course of action for a murderer. Huh. Boy, this scenario is taking twice as long as the previous two put together, I think. Crept into his room through the window. It's interesting that it asks me about this, I guess. Because if it's really just asking, like, who's here right now, then the identities would be enough. So, I mean, it could be asking me to identify this time, which is fine, I guess. Okay, are there any clues that I should be looking at that are not, like, Blinky, please click on me items? The door is shut with a latch. Fire here, like the you know, like the islands in the first scenario. Something I'm missing about what's going on upstairs, for example. Why the music box? We still haven't figured anything out about this. Boy, that sounds like the Fresh Air, doesn't it? If you listen to NPR, Fresh Air, listen. I might actually just real quick pull up NPR Fresh Air. What do you call this? Sound effect? No. Or maybe I'm thinking of All Things Considered. I don't even know. It's been a long time since I really listened to either of them. Hear the Fresh Air program. I mean, that's not really what I want to do. It's one of those, though. Anyway. Seems like he's maybe been living here for a while, right? He's got a lot of clothes hanging up to dry or something? Whereas Ash maybe just moved in or is staying for one night, right? He's on a business trip. I don't know what product he's trying to get, really. Like, we know this guy has a note saying, like, hey, do you want to do contraband? Do you want to be a smuggler? And he has a lemon. But that's not really a product. This guy is returning a physical item. There's not much going on here, right? Just the score sheet. I have everybody's names, so I don't care about the tab anymore. I wonder why I care how much money everybody has. You have 3 shillings. You have 2 shillings. And you're, like, broke. I mean, I guess that's just partly to do with how well they're doing at gambling. Annie's been, like, doing really well. John Breach is basically out of money, so that tracks. That's why he has so little money, I guess. I don't know why Ash has so much money after getting here and just losing everything, exclusively losing. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just have to leave this one and maybe come back to it, or maybe I'm just, like, done with this game because I'm too bad. I wouldn't mind some suggestions in the comments on this one, actually, about, like, what I might be missing here. Because I don't want to go on the Discord and be like, hey, give me the answer. That sounds lame. But I do want to go on YouTube and be like, hey, give me the answer. Out of curiosity, does this help somehow? I don't think so. And you can't go to the next chapter till you're done here. Oh, this scroll has been fulfilled, I see. Yeah. I feel like I've pieced together exactly what happened. And it's just telling me I'm wrong, so I'm missing something. I guess that'll do it for this demo episode, and we'll see whether I continue. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.